Welcome. Today we're going to learn about Promise.all in JavaScript. Promise.all is a powerful method that allows you to execute multiple promises simultaneously and wait for all of them to complete. Introduced in ES6 as part of the Promise API, it's crucial for handling asynchronous operations efficiently. It's particularly useful when you need to run multiple independent async tasks and want to process their results together. Let me explain how this works under the hood. When you call Promise.all, you pass an iterable, usually an array, of promises. The method returns a single promise that resolves when all of the input promises have resolved, or rejects if any of the promises reject. The resolved value is an array of the resolved values of the input promises in the same order. If any promise rejects, the entire Promise.all rejects immediately with the reason of the first promise that rejects. Let's look at basic example. Fetch multiple APIs. Here's the complete code. We declare a constant variable called fetchUser. We declare a constant variable called fetchPosts. We wait for all promises to complete and get all results together. We use an arrow function for cleaner syntax. We wait for all promises to complete and get all results together. We use an arrow function for cleaner syntax. We log the result to see the output. We fetch data from two different endpoints concurrently and process the results together once both requests complete. Let's look at handling rejections. Here's the complete code. We declare a constant variable called promise1. We declare a constant variable called promise2. We declare a constant variable called promise3. We wait for all promises to complete and get all results together. We use an arrow function for cleaner syntax. We log the result to see the output. We use an arrow function for cleaner syntax. If any promise rejects, the entire Promise.all rejects immediately with the reason of the first rejected promise. Let's look at with async/await. Here's the complete code. We define a function. We wait for all promises to complete and get all results together. We use an arrow function for cleaner syntax. We use an arrow function for cleaner syntax. We log the result to see the output. Using async/await with Promise.all makes the code cleaner and easier to read. Now let's talk about when you should use this. Fetching multiple API endpoints in parallel. Running multiple database queries concurrently. Loading multiple resources, images, scripts, for a web page. Processing multiple async operations that don't depend on each other. Here are some common mistakes to avoid. Assuming Promise.all waits for all promises to complete even if one rejects. Not handling errors properly, missing the catch block. Using Promise.all, when you need to process results as they come, consider Promise.all settled, instead. And here are some pro tips. Use Promise.all settled if you want to handle all promises regardless of rejection. Combine with Promise.race to implement timeout functionality. Use Promise.all with map for transforming arrays of promises. Unlike Promise.race, which resolves or rejects as soon as one of the promises settles, Promise.all waits for all promises to complete. Unlike Promise.all settled, which waits for all promises to settle, either resolve or reject, Promise.all rejects immediately if any promise rejects. Unlike Promise.any, which resolves as soon as one promise resolves, Promise.all waits for all promises to resolve. That's everything you need to know about Promise.all. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe for more JavaScript tutorials.